Welcome. How you guys doing tonight? Everybody's familiar with the Rockbuster, Tamiya's little gear, TLT1. That's the little brother of the TXT01. So that's all fine and dandy. Just itching to build it, but I'm not gonna. Not until I get a TXT1. Yeah. So what are we gonna do? Well, let's build the Max Climber. The Max Climber is the second Tamiya little gear that came out, and it came out on July 13th, 2004, and it's a compact and powerful four-wheel drive mighty SUV. It's quite the little truck. It's got red rims on it. I guess there's big excitement back in the day. On the Max Climber, you can make the chassis so it'll take a 6-pack regular Tamiya battery, so a little easier to get to. There you can see the battery laying down in the chassis there, so a little easier to deal with than the Rockbuster. Thinking around trying to get the right size battery to fit into it. Not the end of the world this day and age, but I imagine it was a problem way back when. So let's open her up and have a quick look at it. So the little gear, he slides out of his sleeve. So and that's what we're faced with. So that's pretty cool. First off, we got a body. Little tiny SUV to cut out. And we've got some pretty shiny, swanky red rims. So that's pretty awesome. Some tires. Plastic parts. Divider. More plastic parts. More plastic parts. Another bag of plastic parts. There we are. Metal frame rails. Awesome. Little drive belt. A decal sheet. All kinds of decals. Don't have to mask your windows, you cover them right over. Sweet. And we get an instruction book on how to build a Max Climber. Awesome. So now, what have we got in here? We got bags. Lots of bags. A Mabuchi RS 540 SH motor. That's cool. Shock parts. Oh. Careful with that. Looks like we got a high torque servo saver in there. It's rubber. Rear end parts, axles and such. Little ball diffs. And an A, B, C, D, E, F bag of all parts. Those are pretty shiny red rims. That'll be all right. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna get organized and we're gonna get some parts laid out, get some screw bags into the bins, and let's start building this thing. Okay, so we got everything all laid out for the Max Climber. We got all our black plastic parts all laid out, all the parts trees marked up so we can just reach and grab them and go. There's our bag full of shock parts. Not gonna open that yet until we're actually ready for them. Opened up bag A, bag B, and bag C. Open the other ones as required. There's a motor, little belt drive, motor plate, some sort of a round thing with little bumpy things on the edges. There's our chassis side plates. Got the fast eddy kit. There's the bushings that they sent, and they did send some bearings. The little itty bitty tiny ball diff thrust bearing in there, so that's pretty good. And they sent a little bit of ball diff grease, some ceramic grease. Instructions are all ready to go, so yeah, let's build Tamiya. Be awesome. Okay, we just got step 5 done. Step 5's getting our little cantilevers ready, our damper linkage ready, and putting the holes into our gear cover there. Little 3mm holes we had to punch through there, which is all done. Gonna take the outer skin off there, the little plastic wrap off. Got the spur gear and the ball diff into, and the belt into our gear case, gearbox. And so I don't know if you can see that very good. It's all in there. It's not pinched together with any screws yet. You assemble it to the side plates. So the next step will be step number 6. We've got to attach side plate and everything to it, to our gear case. Start getting all that together. The sponge tape, so in our battery cover, battery holder thingy, take some sponge tape, goes in there for your battery to keep it from rattling around. And so the sponge tape was pretty worn out in the kit after all these years of rattling around. So sponge tape was worn out, but I had extra sponge tape left over from other kits, so we'll go ahead and freshen that stuff up. And yeah, after only up to step number 5, so all we got is the gearbox kind of made up, and the cantilevers, the damper cantilevers, kind of ready to go. And I've had to open every bag of screws and hardware in the whole kit. So we got screws scattered all over the place. Just awesome. Okay, I'm going to carry on with step number 6 here. Alright, I got the differential assemblies assembled. You can see I got all the, anyway, the little gears put on the little cross, put into the little differential housing. Makes a little differential. So, got that one. Got this one with the other gear on top already. So let's go ahead and put this one on top. Already got the little thrust washer thingy there all greased up and put on it. So we'll suck these dudes down here and make it look like that. Dump out a little Loctite. Everything's little, eh? And there we go. 2 differential units ready to rock and roll. There's that out of the way with. So, step 11. Gonna put some bearings on some axles, build a differential shaft, put that into the front part of the housing, Step 12, we're going to sandwich the housings together. Make two, front and rear ends, axles are both the same. So let's go ahead and get that happening. Okay, you'll notice that I give the C-clip a little spin like that after I get it pushed in. C-clip just catches on the two outer edges and on the center little tab there. If it's lined up correctly, you can spin it pretty freely around that groove. If it doesn't want to spin freely, it's probably not locked in all the way. So it's just a fast double check that I do. Okay, so just recap where we're at here. We got the chassis sandwiched together, motor installed, our mechanism decks installed, our little cantilever lever things installed, the clear cover on the outside there, so that's kind of nice. Assembled both rear ends, attached the front axle guard, made the uprights, made the tie rod, and so now we have a front end. It turns, in theory. So there. That's good. Okay. So that's where we're at now. We've taken a moment and I went and cut the body out and painted it, so it's just drying up now. So that'll be ready to decal there when we're ready. Step number 16. We're going to attach the front upper arms. So we got to build all this little contraption here and attach it to the front and rear end. And let's see how that goes. And then we're going to build a back axle, steering and everything. So anyway, that's where we're at now. We have the upper links attached to the front ends and the rear end. We got a servo installed, steering all hooked up. Everything's cool. Chassis all built up. And the next step would be building shocks. And off we go. Here we go to the races. Alright, got our shocks built. Everything looks good. Pretty nice looking little shocks. Now we're going to attach, step 27, we're going to attach the front differential housing to the chassis. So, I'm going to put it like that. And we're going to see how this goes. So we got the chassis all finished, all the radio gear installed, everything went pretty good. Got all our links, whoa, all the links hooked up, red wheels put on, got our radio and gear installed, got the speed controller, receiver, battery. Looking underneath, pretty awesome. Pretty good little rig here. Okay, so let's put it up like this. It's got pretty good articulation. So that's the chassis, all finished. So now we got to do the body. Got the body painted. Got to take the plastic wrap off yet and get on to some decals. Okay, the decals are going to be quite something. The first ones are the side decals with the Max Climber on it. And then the window decal, that one's got to line up, stripes got to line up just right. And then the one going down to the front fender's got to line up just right with that one. So yeah, 3-piece decal, everything's got to line up. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we finished working on the chassis. Got everything all hooked up and wired in and everything all done. Pretty shiny little rims there. Ooh. It's definitely got some articulation to it. The thing is friggin' crazy. Build went really good. The only thing that I found that was wrong was I had to rob my Super Clodbuster kit. And on the bottom of the 4-link there, I had to steal one of the 5mm ball connector end pieces for the rods. Darn it, I just couldn't find it. I was too short, so I put 2 from the Super Clodbuster in there. I just couldn't find them in the kit. I don't know if I threw them out. I don't know if it was just a oversight on Tamiya. Don't know if they're all like that. I don't know. All I know is I couldn't find mine. So got it all wired up, all the electronics put in it. Everything went pretty good. She's jammed tight in here. There's not really any good way to do anything, but yeah, it all went really well. Loving it. Let's stick the body on and have a look at it. There you go. A Max Climber from 2004. I just love these things. Very unique kit, very interesting. I don't know what to say about it. It's just crazy. It's pretty good. It's yeah, it's just amazing. Amazing to the point that it can do silly things like this. There you go. Max Climber, 4 inches. Each block is 2 inches, so that's 4 inches in one corner. All the other wheels are touching. That's just amazing. Anyway, or you can go 2 in each corner. Whatever works. Whatever spins your boat. I think that's just pretty awesome. So yeah, all the decals turned out really nice. Lots of decals, lots of interlocking decals. There's one long one in the middle, another little one that goes down to the fender, and what is there? Oh, then your windshield has to meet the line on the back of the window here, has to meet with the white line on the main decal. It's just crazy. And this here guy, he's got a notch for the front of the window. Got to notch him out and line him up just right. Some interesting decal sheet, but they all lay down pretty nice. They all went pretty good. So yeah, loving it. So what I did, if you can see by now, we definitely have 2 servos in here, and if I can remember which one to turn it on. Should be up here. Whoa, it's gonna happen. You just know it's gonna happen. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. And we got our 4-wheel steer. So we can crab walk. Or we can go sharp corner that way and a sharp corner that way. Oh, there we go. So we'll be crab walking this dude, just like a real monster truck. Far out. And she screams. I think it goes pretty fast. So let's, I'll wrap it up for this one. I think we need to turn this off. There we go. So that'll probably wrap it up for this one. Getting a little bit late. I'll run it outside, chuck it on the ground, and we'll get some running shots of it and see how it does. I really don't expect too much out of it, just based on the fact that it pretty low ground clearance. So open diff in the middle, open diff in the front, open diff in the back. One wheel starts spinning, the whole thing will come to a stop. Tires are hard as rocks. Yeah, I don't expect it's going to be the best crawler, but there is so much potential here. A little lock the center diffs up, lock some diffs up, and some softer rubber on. Kind of a interesting rim they have on these tires. The smaller diameter on the inside, larger diameter on the outside of the rim, and the wheels or the rubber is built the same way. So you can't just put different rubber on these rims. It'll be a whole rim swap. And the only thing I have is 1.9 Traxxas, which are, it just gets a little carried away right away. I think lunchbox tires would probably be the best. But again, if I was going to steal something off the lunchbox, I need 4 rear ones, not I can't use the front ones off the lunchbox. They don't have the hex nut in there. So anyway, that's my Max Climber. Gonna go check it on the ground and hopefully get some run video. Thanks for watching. Just remember, every day's a holiday.